So in this video we're going to go through an example calculation for the mean and the standard deviation using Excel. So the data we're using is the one for a sample set of 1,000 pregnancies, and you can download that file here. And what we're asked to do is calculate both the mean and standard deviation, and we're specifically looking at the pre-pregnancy weight results. One other key thing I want to point out is that we're explicitly told this is a sample. We haven't got the entire population's data of pregnant women. All that we've got is 1,000, which is a sample of that. And this becomes important when we start to talk about what equation to use when calculating the standard deviation, which we'll get to in a moment. Alright, so first things is to jump over to Excel, and this is our sheet. And what we're interested in is the pre-pregnancy weight column. So I'm going to do it over here. The first thing that we were asked to calculate was the mean. So in Excel, in order to start a formula, you need to start with the equal sign. And then in order to calculate the mean in Excel, the name of the function is average. Alright, bracket, and then we just need to give it the numbers that we want it to take the average of, or the mean of. So that just involves highlighting every single pre-pregnancy weight observation. So one way is to click and drag, alright, but since we have so many, that's going to take a while. So I might just scroll down to the bottom, and if you hold shift at the same time, it should highlight all of the observations for us. Alright, so I'm holding shift and then I click. Everything is highlighted, so we've got D2 all the way to D1001. Close bracket and hit enter, and what it should have done is calculated the mean value for us. Alright, and that is in kilograms, since that was the unit there. Alright, so that's easy enough. The next thing that we need is the standard deviation. So I might calculate that here. So again, we need to start with the equal sign for it to be a formula. And then the name of the function for standard deviation, you can start typing it in. We've got a few different options. So the first one here, standard deviation.p, this is going to calculate for you the standard deviation if you have population data. That's what the P stands for. The second one, standard deviation.s, is going to calculate it if you have a sample set of data. So if you don't remember the difference, go back and review the recap video. But we said just a moment ago that we have a sample set of data, so that's the one we need to select. And then again, we need to give it the numbers that we want it to include in that standard deviation calculation, and that just means highlighting again all these pre-pregnancy values. So I'm going to click on the first one, go all the way down to the bottom again and hold shift to select them. You can also type in D2 to D1001 directly as well. Close my bracket and it should calculate it for me. So this is my answer. And if you want to put units on this as well, standard deviation has the same units as whatever your measurement was in. So this would be kilograms. And if you don't want it expressed to this many decimal places in Excel, you can right click on the cell and go down to format. This should bring up a dialog box, and if you click on number, it's a number, you can change the number of decimal places that it displays to. So if I just want it, say, to 1 decimal place, you can change that, and it will round it for me. So that's all there is for that video, and I'll see you in another one.